How does it feel to be part of making history in St. Kitts? Knowing that your vote and your support would elect the next Prime Minister and will secure the leadership and the future of our great nation. I must say that I feel honored and privileged to be here tonight. And it feels so good to be on the right side of democracy, the right side of history, the side of the people. PAM has always been about putting people first. And all this is possible because I am a part of the People's Action Movement and the Real Unity team committed to bringing this nation forward. Mr. Leader, I take this opportunity to thank you and thank you for your leadership. You have led this party and you will lead this great nation into prosperity. Thank you for your dedication of safeguarding and modeling the principles of good governance, integrity, and servant leadership. Thank you for being the captain of this unity ship, steering this party and steering this movement. Even now, amidst all the noise and confusion, and I said to you, ignore the noise and ignore the confusion. You are leading from the front, navigating us in turbulent waters. Rest assured that my colleagues and I, who work with you every day, are here as your pillars of support. We believe in you and we are grateful for you. The constituents of Sandy Point are very fortunate to have you as their representative, as we will all be when you are the next Prime Minister. In just less than 2 months, we will have a new day in this great nation. We would have a great Prime Minister. We would have one of the best Prime Ministers. We wouldn't have to worry. He will be a Prime Minister of the people and for the people and by the people. Thank you once again for putting your faith and trust in me to be part of this movement. The Team Unity agenda is alive and well. If we get rid of one person, that doesn't mean that there is no Team Unity. As we know, Team Unity does not have to have Timothy. So when we head to the polls, we will be taking action to preserve the good and safeguard the gains of this great nation. When we head to the polls on election day, we are taking action against injustice, against broken promises, against ineptitude in governance. Heading to the polls is taking action. Sandy Point, are you ready for action? Are you ready to head to the polls? Are you ready to head to the polls and send a strong message? Are you ready to head to the polls and take back our country? It is our message that we are rejecting politics as usual. It is our message that we are rejecting nepotism and victimization, greed, and unscrupulous behavior in high office. Lord, I'm sorry, after the next election, may I be practicing law now because it's down Church Street are going. But all those who get the letters, I want to represent you, but I can find a lawyer to represent you. Because, as Mr. Grant said, that those letters seem to have been signed and somehow somebody had to pay a lot of money. But don't worry, God is in the midst. But before we get to the poll, we must sound the message and sound it strongly. We have to send a clear message, as Hardy says. We have to show them the record of real unity. And we must sound it throughout every village, not just in Sandy Point. Sound it in Central Bastia, sound it in number 4, sound it in East Bastia, sound it strong in number 7, sound it, sound it, sound it. We need to mobilize our people and get everyone involved. The direction of this country is too crucial. And we have to act and act now. We urge you to engage with us. Let the candidates know your concerns. We are coming to you wherever you are, door to door, knocking at every door and making sure we make an effort to touch every household. And we are ensuring that our message will be heard. We urge you to join us, join the discussion, and ask the tough questions. Don't be afraid. Hold us accountable. We know that at the end of this elections, you will do the right thing. We want you to share your ideas with us, what you would like to see, so that we can continue to shape the agenda and this movement. This is a movement for the people and by the people. As Chesty said, it's Exodus, movement of the people. PAM and CCM will keep its promises to ensure that the agenda is aligned with the needs of the people, so that our leadership is born out of the belly of the people. All the people, not just some of them. Everything we do is people-driven. I met a young lady today in my constituency, and she said to me, Shani, they're coming around and saying how you ain't a people person. You don't talk to people. And I tell them, Shani does touch everybody. She ain't got to wait until politics come to talk to the body. Don't take them on, Shani. I can take what they give me and I can vote for you. Let them go about their business. They have been meeting in secret corners and trying to undermine me since October. But I don't care, because the constituents say night or day we voting grey. I believe in the mandate of the people and the ideals of People's Action Movement. And I am privileged to join this legacy as servant leadership. This legacy is a strong legacy. Solid as a rock, as my mother said, solid as a rock. And it has been inspired to shape the face and the gains of St. Kitts and Nevis. As a woman working with this team, I look forward to raising the volume on the backbone of this country, women and girls, their affairs and interests within government. Thank you, midwife. I hear you behind there. I look forward to representing the people and the families of this nation, the not so old and the young, the single families, the conjugal families, and the blended families. Their well-being is my platform and my promise. With this PAM-CCM team, we promise that no family will be left behind. We will touch every family, whether it is by education, expansion of safety nets and social services, or the facilitation of entrepreneurship opportunities. While we take care of the immediate needs, we will work to lift people out of poverty and create an environment in which the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis can realize their full and true potential. This is what movement is all about. Sandy Point, let me hear you. Thank you, Shauna. As I conclude, I reiterate the importance of now. Get yourself ready. Get geared up. Put on your walking shoes. Put on your boxing gloves if you have to. This is a war to the finish. Now is a time for action. Now is a time to stand with your leader. Now is a time to stand with your candidates. Now is a time to stand with your party. Rally behind your next parliamentary representative. Now is a time to be a part of the People's Action Movement. I stand before you tonight confident that my decision was the best decision to join this great team. I am confident that the work that we will do together for the people of this great federation will be the work of the people. We will work steadfastly to ensure that we have the best nation. I am confident in the ideals for which we are fighting for. Good governance, accountability in public office, fair share for all the people, not just some, and safeguarding the gains. Thank you for having me in Sandy Point tonight. Mr. Leader, again, I thank you. I thank you for making sure that I am part of your team. I look forward to being here again after the next general election when we come down for one big celebration. I look forward to walking down Church Street with you because you are not going to leave me. You are not going to leave me. People ask me, well, Shani, you out to work? I said, no, I'm on maternity leave. But when the maternity leave done, I'm going down Church Street. Thank you, good night, and God bless.